This is a demo of taking an exam using the Honorlock proctoring service. I'm going to start this demo by logging into Go Redlands. On the Redlands homepage, click Go Redlands, and that will take you to the page where you're going to verify your credentials. I'm going to sign in. Now I'm going to navigate to Canvas. Once I'm in Canvas, I'm going to choose the course where I'm taking the exam. I'm going to be using college algebra. I'm going to quick change to student view so I can see what you see when you come in. Now that I'm in my course in Canvas, I'm going to go to the left navigation. You can see me scrolling over the top of the left navigation, and I'm going to find Honorlock, and I'm going to click on that. Once Honorlock is opened, I'm going to find the exam that I am interested in taking. I'm going to be taking the Honorlock practice. So I'm going to click the launch button. That's going to start the proctoring process. On the first screen, I'm going to agree to the data collection. I'm going to authorize the collection of data, and I'm going to agree to Honorlock's terms of service. You can click on the two links and read the privacy notice, and you can read the terms of service if you're interested. Honorlock is going to collect data. It's going to collect a capture of your screen. It's going to collect a photo of you. It's going to collect a photo of your ID. And it's going to capture a video of you. Those are all to confirm that you are the person who's supposed to be taking this exam. So once I've selected those two checkboxes, I click Continue. This brings me to the launch proctoring screen. So down toward the lower right, I am going to click the launch proctoring button. While I'm on this page, I want to point out something to you. In the lower right, there is a chat icon. If at any step in this process you have issues, you can click on the chat icon and bring up a chat with Honorlock. 99.99% of the time, they can solve any issues you're having through chat. All right, so now I'm going to click the launch proctoring button. And this brings up the window that starts all the authentication. So the first thing that it's going to do is a quick browser check, and it notices that I have two tabs open. Let me move this a little bit, and you can see that I have the single sign-on window open, and I have Canvas open. So it's going to close those two tabs for me. Once I complete the proctoring process, I'm going to have to reopen Canvas to find the exam. So I'm going to close those. And then it just tells me, gives me some information about the browser guard. That simply means that you're not going to be allowed to open another browsing window besides your exam. Your exam is going to be the only window allowed open. So I'm going to click Continue. And then again, it tells me some information about privacy and the privacy policy. So I'm going to click I understand. Now it's going to take my picture. Let me move back a little bit, move over, get my picture taken. Oh, didn't like that matrix. We got a failure, so we're going to try again. Let me move my camera a little bit. See if I can get my face in the window. It took my picture, and again, it takes my picture to verify that the face that it's going to see in a facial recognition ID, the next step is to show your ID. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just to verify that the face it took a picture of is the face in the ID. And at this point, before the room scan, you will have a picture of your ID taken. Again, to verify that the person in the ID is the person whose picture it's taken, and that is the person in Canvas. So it's got a 3-step verification process. I have to skip the taking of my ID, a picture of my ID. And I have to skip that step because when I go into Canvas as a student, my name is test student. Well, my name is Lisa Castle. And since the name in Canvas doesn't match the name on my ID, it won't verify my ID. So your ID name must be the same name, or at least reasonably similar to the name in Canvas. Since my name in Canvas is test student and my real name is Lisa Castle, and that's what's on my ID, it's not going to match. So I'm skipping that step. Now you should be able to use your Redlands ID, which will have the same name as your Canvas name, or you can use your driver's license if you choose to. Whatever kind of ID shows your face and your name will work fine. If you're using a driver's license and you're uncomfortable with your driver's license number being photographed, just put your finger over your driver's license number when the photo is taken. All right, so the next step is to scan my room. So I'm going to click continue. And once I'm ready to start the room scan, I'm going to click the Start Room Scan button. It's going to count down. And I'm going to pick up my camera and I'm going to scan my room. There's my desktop. I scan around, show that there's nobody in the room. And once I have that done, I'm going to say I'm done. It's going to play it back for me. And if I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to click Yes, Submit. Now, when you do your room scan, if you have a laptop computer that you're taking the test on, just pick up your laptop and move it around. I'm on a desktop, so I just picked up my little camera that's on my monitor and moved my camera around. All right, so next, I'm going to launch the screen recording. This window just gives you a few instructions on how to do that. Click the continue button. And the instructions simply point out that you must click on the screen for the share button to be enabled. If you don't click on the screen, the share button will never turn blue and you can't click on it. So click on the screen, then share. And now I'm ready to take my exam. So I'm going to have to go back to Canvas and find the exam that I'm wanting to take. So I'm going to open a new browser window. I'm going to go back to Redlands. Log back in. I still should be logged in at this point. Go back to Canvas. Find my course and find my test. I'm taking the Honorlock practice, which on my home screen is in the My Math Lab and Honorlock module. If you're taking a test in my Open Math, the module may be named something slightly different, but you're still going to be taking the Honorlock practice or whatever test you're taking. So I'm going to open that. And I'm going to load it in a new window. And you'll notice that it needs a password. You don't have a password. You do not have a password. That's how we protect the exams, is they are password protected. Who has the password? Honorlock has the password. So you need to get the Honorlock window open so you can click the button that says enter password. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You could certainly minimize your browser window slightly and move it around, and you should be able to find the Honorlock window. It's behind the screen, so it's a little difficult to find. Let's see if I can move it. There it is. So once I kind of shrunk my browser window, I could see the Honorlock window open over here on the side. The other thing I can do, let me go open my browser window back up. If I'm on a Windows computer, down on the taskbar, can you see my mouse moving around the taskbar? There is a shield icon on my taskbar. That is Honorlock. Let me get my take a test open again. And once I click on the shield, I can click on the input exam password. I need to have my test window and my Honorlock window both open. So input exam password, it will input my password, and we are ready to go. So submit the password, start the test. True or false, I agree to uphold the academic code of integrity at my institution. True. True or false, asking others for help during the exam is prohibited. That is true. Use of search engines such as Google or Bing are prohibited. That is true. True or false, I understand I must remain visible on the webcam. That is true. That's one of the things you can get flagged for. If you move out of the camera range, you can actually have an Honorlock proctor break in and say, hey, you need to get your face back in the camera. And then in college, students are free to choose their educational path and how much effort to put into their studies. Which option is the most likely to affect this freedom? Probably that they should manage their priorities. All right, so once I've completed the exam, I'm going to submit it. This is my math lab. It wants you to confirm that you're ready to submit your test. And I got 100, woohoo! So now that I've completed the exam, I can close it. And then I can stop sharing and I can close Honorlock. So now I'm complete. If I go back into Canvas, now as Lisa Castle, the instructor, I can go into Honorlock and I can see the results of that test. And you can see that I've taken this quite a few times, but here is the latest effort from test student. And then I can view the session as the instructor. Now it's got 4 high. My guess would be that those are all me talking. That would be my guess, but I can go look. Speech detected. So I'm not real surprised that that is what it's flagging me for. It's got a couple other things that I stopped the screen share. When I was done with the exam, I stopped it. So that's no big deal. All right, and that concludes this demo. If you have any questions, be sure to let your instructor know. Thank you.